Okay, third ceremony. Well, this time I decided to hold the intention of healing my shoulder and to be given an experience. That was my only two intentions. I decided this time I was going to go in with the largest dose I've done. So they have two glasses. They have a shot glass, and then they have a glass is about the 2 times the size of a shot glass. It's a little tumbler like this. So I thought I'd go with a full one of those, which is the most that anyone's been allowed to do at one time yet. Well, it tasted okay. It wasn't totally rank, like the second one of the second ceremony, and I managed to keep it down for about 40 minutes. And I can remember thinking and feeling this is very intense. It was extremely intense. I had to do a lot to quieten my mind. I had to focus a lot. I had to breathe a lot just to get me through it, because I was so overwhelmed with the rush of what Ayahuasca was giving me. It was a little bit too much, but it was fine. You know, I quieted my mind. I controlled my breathing. I got myself into a state of semi-comfort, and then after about 40 minutes I did throw up, and it came up. Pretty much the whole lot that I drank came up, and that was fine. I must admit, after that the intensity really quietened down. It sort of spiked and then came down a little bit, and then just plateaued there, which was a nice level to be at. Some lovely visuals, nice, really nice comfort of visuals and connection to, yeah, Mother Nature. Just amazing. It's hard to describe it in words, the overall feeling, but I'll do my best. And then it stayed like that for the next 2 hours, and then slowly tapered off to the end of the ceremony, which was lovely. Pretty much everything I'm going to say that I've written down all came to me in the first 20 minutes. This is everything that I was given, I asked, or was just presented to me that really resonated with me. So I decided I was actually going to make notes during the ceremony, but I was so in awe and just so overwhelmed and taken by the feeling of what I was getting that I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, I'll remember it. I know I'll remember it, and I did. One thing that really came up was use fewer words, which is yeah, that strikes a chord with me. Another thing that came up was just be. Allow yourself to quieten the noise in your head and just be. It sounds quite hippified, I get it, but it means so much more when you break it down. Another thing that came up was share more time. Share more time was something that I'd like to do more of. That meant that I give people more quality time rather than just some time. Another thing that came up was don't be a slave to your thoughts, because it's easy to get caught up in the noise and the mess of everyday life, hustle and bustle. Don't be a slave to them. Don't feel you have to be in any situation that isn't serving you. Don't be a slave to that, or to your beliefs if it's not serving you. Another thing that I was given was the meaning of life. I felt like I understood the meaning of life, and I do now. You know, if anyone wants to or is searching for the meaning of life, I highly recommend you come and experience ayahuasca, because it will get you there. And it told me what the meaning of life isn't. And the meaning of life isn't money, it isn't politics, and it isn't religion. It's recognizing that you are everything, and everything you think you may become. Don't think, just be. These are just things that were coming to me, and they resonated with me in a big way. Like I say, this all come to me in the first 20 minutes. Another thing, there is a responsibility that has to be held in intention for what you say to others. What you say may be repeated, so choose your words wisely. Again, they're striking a big chord with me. I did ask ayahuasca, what is the meaning of money, politics and religion? And this is what I was told. It's all a ruse to keep you out of a state of being and to be a slave to their systems. Just like that, bang, that was the answer. What I found with ayahuasca, through my own studies, as anyone that knows me that's watching this will know that I'm quite into my study of the mind, and I believe we have two minds that we use on a daily basis, and that's your conscious and your unconscious. And your conscious is very much your logical mind, your logical thinker. Your unconscious is your intuitive side, your emotions come from there. In fact, all your memories come from your unconscious. And they both communicate in a cycle together. One's communicating with the other and the other one's communicating back to the other. But essentially, you can be a very conscious-based person, or you can be a very unconscious-based person, depends on the type of character you are. And then there's this belief that we have a higher conscious, or whatever you want to call that. And some might call it God, some might call it the divine, some might call it Mother Nature. It's all the same thing, essentially. And it is. It's all the same thing. And what I found ayahuasca does is that it manages to encompass your conscious and your unconscious, and kind of talks directly to the higher conscious. But it seems like more that the higher conscious is you. It's you that's being spoken to. It's, some people here are saying, you know, that Mother Nature talks to them, or Mother Ayahuasca talks to them. And when it talks to me, it does seem like a more feminine voice, but essentially it's coming from within me. And it just feels like everything there is connected, and it's all working in harmony so efficiently. And there's no clatter, there's no noise, there's no thoughts that are blocking. It's just crystal clear. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything I got. For the rest of the ceremony, I just lied back and enjoyed the show, and it is a treat. I highly recommend it. It's a completely different way of appreciating life, and it's fantastic. Anyway, to finish on something funny, it was very pitch black last night, and obviously we all got buckets because you purge, and majority of people purge. And last night was exceptionally dark. There wasn't a lot of moonshine last night, And anyway, within 40 minutes of taking ayahuasca, I threw it up, and the smell of it just made me throw up even more. And I really went for it. I mean, I was the first to puke, and I knew it, everyone knew it. And just as I was about to lie back down, it came up again, and I went to throw back up in the bucket. Now, bearing in mind it's pitch black, and I missed the bucket. I basically missed the bucket, and yeah, that was quite funny. Not at the time, but oh well. So, lesson learned, always use 2 hands when you're puking into the bucket. Just a helpful little hint there for you. Anyway, thank you for listening, and yeah, catch you next time. Bye bye.